Hi everybody,
Welcome to Costume Couture.
I'm lactose intolerant.
And I'm Rae. And I'm not lactose intolerant.
I'm eating ice cream in like 35 degree weather outside, so I'm
That's
weird.
a very Midwest thing to do.
Right? It's a very like,
Yeah,
it's 33 degrees outside in a blizzard. What do I want? I want some ice cream.
Total Midwest thing to do. We are Midwesterns, if you haven't guessed.
Mm-hmm.
So, for this episode, we are covering our top 10 favorite MCU looks in celebration of the impending Infinity War. Now, if you do not know by now, for each of our top 10s, I picked 5 and Ian picks 5, so we may have differing opinions on all of them, okay? Just so, you know.
That's okay.
You're prepared for fights.
Oh, Jesus.
You're getting your lactose intolerance everywhere. Yeah, deep throat that. Get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
Continue.
Continue. All right, let's start with look number 1. So, for my first pick, I chose Black Widow from Iron Man 2. The look is designed by Mary Zoffries. She did the entire Iron Man 2 looks. You know, not just one. She did all of them. And I honestly think that while Natasha looks great in every movie, this is my favorite. I think it's because of the long red hair.
Okay.
I also think it's because of the gadgets that she has.
Yeah.
I believe that
she's very gadget heavy in that movie.
Right. The lobby fight scene that she has shows off more of her gadgets than any other movie.
Yeah, because she has the little furry things, and then she has her widow bites, and then...
Exactly. She has
pepper spray.
If you didn't notice, this costume is also a navy blue. It's the only one that is not a black.
That's why I don't like it.
That's why you don't like it?
Yep. It's the one reason why I do not like it, is because it's in navy blue. I
think that's fair. It's completely a departure from the comics.
Yeah.
It's definitely different, but I mean, that part is inconsequential to me because they nailed everything else.
They did. That's the one, like, gripe. I'm like, why couldn't you just make it black?
Right.
Like, she's not called the navy blue widow. She's not called, like, the chartreuse widow. She's called the black widow.
There's also not a spider called the navy blue widow.
Yet.
Well,
there's lots of science out there and people looking at stuff. So they could find a navy blue widow and be like, boom.
Exactly.
When that happens, I will accept that costume.
Okay, that's fair. Number 2, I chose Doctor Strange from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
This look is absolutely fantastic. It is incredibly layered. It's got many non-functioning belts. I'm a fan of the belts. But
they hoist up his pants. They keep things together.
Yeah,
so his little Doctor Strange doesn't fall out.
His little Doctor Strange.
Well.
But the cape is what ultimately impressed me.
Yeah.
This look, Doctor Strange, of course, was designed by Alexandra Byrne. And if you pay attention to the cape, it has a lot going on. I don't know if you know this.
It does.
The back of the neck, the collar, has just a squiggle design throughout the whole thing that was hand-stitched on there, and that's how cosplayers replicate it as well. It's got tiny little gold emblems just about everywhere so that you can completely get the full Doctor Strange effect.
Yeah. It also has like a quilted patch thingy on his shoulder, but I also like how they simplified it in the fact that the collar in the comics is like, from here to here.
It's huge. It's
like a drag queen headpiece. It's huge.
Right.
And
it's like if this Doctor Strange and Snow White had a baby.
Yeah.
It would make...
Yes. Yeah. So I like how they simplified it.
Or the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park with the...
Oh, the one that kills Newman or whatever.
Yeah, Newman.
Yeah.
Yes. That's it.
So, yes, I do agree. I like how it's simplified, it's shortened. I like the gold clasps in front. I like that he has like 5 different colors of blue on him, because in the comics it's basically just like one sheet of blue, belts, and that's it. But obviously in movies, they can do a whole different, thing with textures and more,
That is the reason why I picked this. Now, Doctor Strange for me is a middle-of-the-road movie. They did some great things with it, but I picked this costume because I believe it took the costume design to its extent. Like, I don't think too many of the other costumes have gotten the same sort of detail.
Marvel is really good with turning out their costumes for characters.
Really
they don't really
But it's not just a bodysuit that they randomly put on. There's a lot of things that are bodysuits.
He's kind of he looks like a Jedi-ish.
Yes.
Like a rogue Jedi.
He does. So Doctor Strange, you remove the Eye of Agamotto and some of the embellishes and it could be a Jedi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, for sure.
Moving on. So my next pick is Vision from Avengers Age of Ultron. Again, designed by Alexandra Byrne. When I was doing research for these, her name popped up a lot.
Yeah.
So, she's worked on quite a few. The picture that we have in front of us that we're using, this is pre-CGI, and it's still an impressive bodysuit. He, of course, is also wearing prosthetics as the helmet. The helmet is almost 100% prosthetics instead of CGI. Really, we're missing the gold embellishments on the bodysuit and the cape, and that was the CGI portion.
Yeah.
So all that individual threading, all of that, I guess, raised designs on it was part of Byrne's design.
Well, I like how also, if you look at the texture, it kind of looks like a motherboard, like a CPU board.
That's a great connection.
Because it looks like, a lot of intricate, wires, stuff. It looks like someone, because obviously he is Vision was... he's Jarvis, and the kind of
in the comics he's an android, and now he is so many different things. I don't know. If
I don't know what he's not really an android, is he?
He's not. He couldn't be in this case, but he's also not human. He's not a CPU.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's a combination of everything.
I don't know what the hell he is.
He's like a mutt.
He's a mutt.
He's a computerized mutt.
Vision is a mutt.
But
have that be a trending hashtag.
Ultimately, the character design is pretty impressive, and I included it on the list because of its combination of practical as well as special effects and the sheer amount of detail that went into every inch of his body.
Well, and also, if you look at Vision in the comics, it's a totally different look.
It is.
Like, it's lots of bright yellows and golds, and then he has the, pinkish red skin.
Face,
and the cape, and that's about it. This, tones down all the colors, gets rid of a lot of the gold. It's a lot of the green, a lot of the red, and then his face, which I like.
Yeah, I do too. Next up, I had to go with Hela from Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok was designed by Maes C. Rubio. I'm terribly sorry if I butchered that, but I adored the way Hela looked in this, and I have ultimately a love-hate relationship with this costume because it changed throughout the entire movie. They wanted to show that, I guess, she was fashion conscientious throughout. So her bodysuit changed quite a few times. The helmet changed. But ultimately, it was a really great adaptation from page to screen.
Yeah. I like that they kept with the whole black and green colors, similar to Loki.
Yes.
I like how that's kind of the bad guy
and the
trope
comics.
for.
That's how she looked in the comics.
Yes, but I also like how it's the bad guy trope for Asgard is if you wear
green and black,
you're automatically a bad guy.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
I like how her costume was a mixture between a motion capture suit for certain scenes, and she actually had.
She had the body.
She had an actual suit.
Yeah.
Obviously, the headpiece was all, I think, CGI.
They made 2 or 3 practical models, but she never once wore them.
It was hard to do stuff in, I believe.
As someone who has built that helmet, yes, it is.
I love it. I love her makeup for it. I love the look. It's not necessarily looking like Thor's armor or Loki's. It's kind of her own reptilian kind of look.
It is.
I don't know how to describe the texture of the fabric.
The scales, the individualized little hexagons, it's very different compared. And that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves in all of the MCU. If you look back at some of the original films, the first few, they looked all done by the same people. And maybe they were, I'm not entirely sure. But my issue is if you're from Asgard, you probably shouldn't also look like you could blend into 1940s World War II.
Yeah.
And that was an issue for me. They looked like they could do that. So Thor Ragnarok takes it to another level, and their Asgardians, the Sakarans, they look completely different from each other, which is something the MCU needed, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree. It's like, oh, that's a nice little change of, appearance and what have you.
Absolutely.
Now, do you like her better with her helmet on or off?
Oh, I think that the Hela persona looks better with the helmet off, but Kate Blanchett looks beautiful with the brown or the black hair.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, really
great.
I'm like, they both look so good, but I like how she can, just pull back her hair and then...
That was a great touch.
Yeah, I'm like, how does the helmet come out? Oh, it's her hair.
No, yeah.
She's like Bayonetta.
So my last pick is Nebula for Guardians of the Galaxy. Alexandra Byrne once again designed, but also Nadine Powell joined in. And I was a big fan of this costume based on the lengths that Karen Gillan went to, fill it out. First of all, she, completely changed up her routine and she looks amazing in that purple bodysuit, but she also shaved her head.
Yeah.
And that kind of gets you a pass for me because out of everybody on the list here, they haven't gone to that kind of extreme before. She's the only one. Chris Hemsworth, yeah, whatever. You eat 6 chicken breasts a day. Good for you, dude. But did you shave your head? No. No. Karen Gillan did. I really like the purple colors. It's very bold of them. Guardians of the Galaxy stands out as having some of the boldest costumes involved throughout the entire MCU. And Nebula's was one of the few that weren't muted. They didn't just slap black on her and say, go for it. She looks like she came straight from the comic books, at least the 2000s version of Nebula with the bald head and the purple bodysuit.
Yeah.
So I like the touches they did. I like the ribbons that run down with the bands across them. It's just cool looking to me.
I agree. I like that, she had the full blacked out eyes. She had the full prosthetics. She had, an arm prosthetic, basically.
Yeah.
She had, her whole body, not her whole body, but her arms were painted, her neck, face. She looked, very much kind of like a warrior. Mm-hmm. They wanted to, show that they still came from the same family as, Gamora and Thanos, but, treated them totally differently.
Absolutely.
Gamora, I felt, kind of had more of a, assassin's feel, and more, she had more clothes on, she was, more, better cared for, and Nebula was kind of given, this purple jumpsuit and said, here you go.
Yeah.
Because you're not my favorite. Sorry.
It shows the status, of course, the amount of cybernetics that Nebula has compared to Gamora's cybernetics. Obviously, is explained in the second movie and given a backstory.
Just super sad.
It is. It absolutely is. It's suspected that Nebula was originally a Kree in MCU, and she's just been modified so much that now she has blue and purple skin, as it's a toxicity effect or something like that.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out in Infinity War, maybe the first one. So, that's mine. Those are my picks. Yeah.
Those are your picks.
You're up next.
My picks. My first pick is Scarlet Witch and her Civil War outfit. I was gonna pick her outfit from Age of Ultron, but I'm like, it was cool because she had her color scheme and everything, but whatever. This one, she looks badass in.
She does.
This one was made by,
Judy Anna Mikowski.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't do names. I'm sorry.
We will butcher these.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. So we apologize ahead of time.
Elizabeth Olsen is a great Scarlet Witch.
She really is.
I love her purple or her red trench coat. She has a red corset, black leather pants, and then black boots.
I really love how
gloves.
The shoulder pieces kind of extend out at the points. It's not so much to where it's kind of
90s
aggressive. Yeah.
90s Dana Scully pantsuit.
Oh, but it's just enough.
Yes, and this outfit, I believe, gets a little bit of a revamp in Infinity War.
Yeah, not a lot of the costumes change because there's really not a reason for them to.
That's true. But this one, I love it. I also like that she doesn't have her crown. that she normally has in the comic books.
I kind of wanted her to have some sort of headpiece. I'm not saying that it had to be that
I think it would be looking a
face.
little ridiculous, though.
The exact one, absolutely.
Well, yeah.
It looks ridiculous on most cosplayers, you know, even when they do it correctly. So I completely agree with you there. It's just I wanted her to have some sort of headpiece. I believe that if they can make Magneto's helmet cool, that they could have found a way to make Scarlet Witch have a cool headband or something.
I would say they could have done like a headband where it, you know, it does it and then it comes to the points and then
something, yeah.
That would have been kind of cool, but I mean, just like this, looks great too.
Yes.
So with or without, I like it. I like they added some red jewelry to it. She has the like crimson fingerless gloves.
It really shows that in Civil War she's kind of come into her own. She's feeling more confident about her powers, that she, out of everybody, feels some sort of camaraderie with the Avengers. It's not just that they're her teammates, they're also her friends. So she feels more comfortable being herself.
Yes, and I want to know who the hell are making their costumes. Because she didn't have this costume.
Well, Tony was funding them in Age of Ultron.
I want to know.
I don't know who's making
like,
them.
who is making them, because I want to be in that universe and get a costume.
I feel like this, though, even for her, you can just Google on Amazon or something like that.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
just search.
Like red trench coat and red corset. There you go.
She could probably just find that on Amazon.
It's an Etsy purchase. Alright, so next up is the General of Wakanda, and that is Okoye. Designed by Ruth E. Carter.
Hey, you got that name right.
I did, because it's really easy. This costume, I mean,
Were you shook?
the whole film itself is beautiful. I love all the African influences in these costumes, but Okoye is very different than the rest of the other Dora
Milaje.
That's the ones.
Dora Milaje.
Yep. That sounds like a dessert. Can I get a Dora Milaje, please?
Or a perfume.
Ooh, the scent of Dora Milaje.
Anyway.
No, but I like how she wears, you know, gold and kind of bright oranges, reds, yellows, all mixed into one, where the others are strict, you know, basically red, silvers, browns, and blacks.
Yes, it is incredibly apparent that she is the most important soldier, or that she is the leader. Even if you didn't see the movie, you can tell that Okoye stands out.
Yes. I love her head tattoos.
Yes, that is
beautiful.
It's really difficult to tell until you are up close.
It is true. Yeah, you can't be like, you know, if she's in the shadows, you can't really tell. But if she's out, you know, out in the open with the sunlight, you can see these beautiful head tribal tattoos on the back of her skull. She has golden neck rings. There's lots of. I watched an interview recently of Ruth Carter talking about, you know, the influences, and she took a lot from different African tribes and kind of combined them into one for certain characters, Okoye being one of them.
Absolutely.
You've seen, I'm sure, you know, in the National Geographic where you see the women with the rings on their neck and that extends their neck.
Yeah.
So she has that influence on there. She has a bunch of different tribal influences, you know, pattern work, bead work, you name it. This costume says Wakanda, and it doesn't, like, it. You can tell there's no, like, real modern influences with it.
Yes.
Not like, you know, Scarlet Witch or Black Widow. This is very much, you know, in their roots and stayed there.
There's no spandex, there's no corseting.
No.
At least not apparent. Now, what she's wearing underneath, I don't know. But on the costume...
It's all vibranium. It's a vibranium corset.
The Black Panther overall had some beautiful costumes, but Okoye definitely stands out as being the best, in my opinion.
I agree. I love it. I love the actress, too, and I can't wait to see more of her in Age of Ultron. Or not Age of Ultron.
Infinity War.
That's the one. We already had it. Ultron's age already happened.
It did.
Yes, it was like a week long, and that was it. Next, is this our last one?
No.
No, we have one more.
This is your third.
This is my third. I can't count. I've had ice cream. We have Loki from the Avengers. Again, designed by Alexandra Byrne.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. This Loki is very different than I think from his first appearance in Thor.
I agree.
He's more armored.
Yes.
He has lots more gold on there than the green. I love his helmet change to like a kind of a dull gold. It wasn't like super shiny like it was in Asgard.
Right.
His hair is longer. He has a gold sash, you know, a long trench coat.
And he has the scepter now.
He looks great. Yes, and he has the scepter of mind control.
The mind gem, yeah.
Yep. He looks great in this film.
He really does.
I mean, Tom Hiddleston in general looks great.
Yeah?
But, yeah.
You a Hiddleston fan?
Yeah, I love Tom Hiddleston. He's a great actor, but he's also really good to look at.
Definitely.
And he's a really good Loki. And I'm really, really scared for the character in this new film. Like, I'm definitely afraid that Loki's gonna get
The issue with the Norse gods is even in the original mythology, they all die.
I know, but I don't want them to.
That doesn't happen with the Roman or Greek or even Egyptian. They continue on their infinity. And
not so much in this case.
No.
So what do you think of the costume?
I am a huge fan of the upgrades. It is definitely apparent that they can pull this off considering he has hooked up with Thanos and the other at this point, and he has been pretty much funded by them as well. So that explains a lot of the costume changes, especially since he has been banned from Asgard and up and back to, his Asgardian closet.
Yeah.
So
you can't pull things off the rack.
My only issue is that in the very first film he's in, Thor, he has that really cool trident as his weapon.
Yeah.
And that to me is the scepter is a downgrade for me as far as weapons go. Of course he can do more with it.
See, I think it's an upgrade because of that.
Gem.
Yeah, but
the trident was just cooler to look at, in my opinion. So
I don't know.
This is all aesthetics, in my opinion.
I like the scepter because it's
3 points, not 1. No. Come on, it's triple the pointiness, triple the stab.
That has 2 points. It has 1 and 2 and a gem that can control people. So I mean,
fine.
Yeah, no.
But
no, I love this look. I know it's a look that a lot of cosplayers do.
Yeah.
This one and now his most upgraded look, which was in Ragnarok, which was still very beautiful, but this one I thought really showed his,
Here he's not an outcast, which he is in Thor 2, and Thor Ragnarok. He is an outcast. Here he's a general. He commands an army, so he looks like it.
Yeah, he looks like he's
regal.
He's here to kick ass and chew gum when he's out of gum.
Yeah.
So. Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot I chose this one too.
Yeah. I switched slides on him.
Yep. So next up is Thor from Thor Ragnarok. And this is by Maze E. Rubio.
Yes.
That's what we're going to go with for the name.
Okay.
And this is his look when he's on Sakaar. Not his look, when he comes back from...
His look, fighting
dealing with,
Surtur and on Asgard, it's the same look from Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
they did a great job of carrying that over, they didn't change it too much.
Yeah,
so
the cape changed maybe a little bit, but that was it.
Well, he was sleeveless too.
Yes.
Which he still is sleeveless in the Sakaar look.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I'm not complaining.
Fun fact, I find arms the sexiest thing on a man.
Really?
Yeah, so... Hemsworth really does it for me.
That's doing it for you right now?
And Hulk in his final form, I
can just drown a child in my pants at that point. Just let me tell you what.
Definitely.
That's all good.
Yes.
That's all going on YouTube.
So what I loved about Thor's look in this is basically...
He got a haircut.
Not just a haircut, but the war paint.
Yeah.
That extends from the face all the way down his body.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly...
Makes your eyes go like,
It's incredibly different, because the Asgardians don't do war paint.
No, they do shiny things.
Sakaar does.
Yeah.
So he's embracing the gladiatorial to a certain degree, because he keeps it.
Yes, and it looks very Roman. It looks very, in that gladiatorial style.
I mean, like Scottish a bit, because they do a lot of the war paint.
Yeah.
Vikings, they do war paint.
Yep, he's the new Braveheart.
I'd watch that so much.
Right?
I don't even care if he uses his Australian accent.
He's the new Braveheart. There he is.
Yes.
No, I like how he got a haircut and miraculously, his roots are brown now instead of platinum blonde.
Clearly he dies.
Yeah, it's okay.
Can you imagine
He's Asgard magic
on Asgardian?
They're just doing Thor's hair, it's okay.
Come on.
How's Jane?
Those salons are the best.
They are, and I would work there in a heartbeat.
Yes.
But it's a more simplified version of his normal costume. He still has, the armor plating for the chest. He still has a red cape, but it's like a capelet. It's really small. He doesn't obviously have his hammer anymore because Hela crushed it. Mm-hmm. So he uses like a spear thingy and a shield, and he's very much out of his element in this film. But the costume still pays homage to Thor. Yeah. and he gets short hair again in the new Avengers.
Yes.
And an eye patch.
Yes.
Spoiler.
Yeah, he lost his eye.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
But no, I love this costume. I think it's my favorite Thor costume that he wears.
I agree. I am eager to see the Infinity War in more glory because we've just seen a few.
And he's wearing
teasers
like
and
black. It's not silver anymore. It's like black and a red cape. I'm like, oh, he's like Dark Thor.
Yeah, I want to see it in action, of course, but it looks like he did go back to his Guardian roots, but he kept some Sakaar influence.
Yes, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, me too.
And now this one, I was debating on putting this in because I don't know if it's technically MCU or not.
It is.
Okay.
It is 100%
Because I was
MCU.
like, it is, but it isn't. It's very weird how they legalize things. Venom isn't, but this is. Okay.
Okay.
So the next one that I picked was Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. And that was designed by Luis Frogley. Yep. So I never thought in a million years would we see a Vulture that didn't look ridiculous on screen, because I knew they were going to do Vulture
with John Malkovich.
Yeah, Sam Raimi was supposed to do a Vulture for the fourth Spider-Man.
And he was planning on pretty much adapting him to look exactly like the comics.
Which looked ridiculous.
He's
an old man
frail old man with talons. Yeah. It's so not okay.
It's really weird. Like he has like the furry thing here.
Yeah,
it's very weird.
Absolutely.
This takes it to a whole new level, and I love it.
It does. I like that they emulated the fur with the fuzzy collar.
Yeah, with the bomber's jacket. Yeah. That was a really cool thing. And I like how this is, technology from the attack on New York. This is the who were the aliens in the attack New York?
The Chitauri.
Yes. So this is Chitauri kind of technology woven in with his smarts and everything else. So
Vulture does look really cool, and the concept art didn't really change.
No, we were all like, that's going to look cool if they actually do that.
The helmet is fantastic. It actually has very bird-like features.
Mm-hmm. It has that lime green
the
lenses.
LED. Yeah, so great. And the feet have the talons.
They do. This is the costume that was like, wow, they can take a ridiculous looking old man, have Michael Keaton play him, which was a great bonus.
Who is not a ridiculous old man.
No, he's not. He's just a ridiculous man.
He is frightening in this movie.
He is. And then you have like the wind turbines on the front or on the sides to make it fly. I don't want to say practical because I doubt anyone can actually, make this in real life right now.
I really hope not.
But, it's practical in the sense that actually worked. And he has talents to brace his impact and catch small rabbits in the thicket.
Yeah, which he does probably.
Yeah, because he's the mean man.
All right, so that is our top 10 MCU looks. Of course, we left out some. The first Avenger, Captain America look is great in World War II.
Yeah.
And
not from the actual Avengers movie, because that looked horrible.
And so many different Iron Man mocks are.
I know, he's like Mach 45?
Yeah, exactly. So there are some great ones out there that we also didn't include.
Yes.
10 is very limiting, but tell us in the comments below which are your favorites, and tell us which ones we missed the mark on. Were you not a fan of some of these? We'd love to hear.
Yeah.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Always.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.